Alright, let me get this stuff set up. Let's see. Tweet. Shut up, I know I'm late. Shut up, I know I'm late. Oh no. I am fully 100% aware that I am late. Oh, lower back. I really need to stretch out my lower back. Yeah. Okay, that's insane. And blah. Let's do that. Years and then here and do this and Huffenberg. Okay, all that set up. That is all set. Oh wait, hold on. Where is it? I keep forgetting about this. Are they? Yep, they are on. Let me turn off this. Alright, there we go. Okay. I always forget about it. Every single time. You think by now I would remember. Even by this point, I don't remember. Never remember. Okay. Oh. Interesting. Oh. Interesting. Alright. Okay. Interesting. Anyways, what are you yelling at me about? Okay. Alrighty. I know I'm late, I know. No one come here and start yelling at me. Hey, you're late. I know I'm late. And I know I missed last night. I know I missed it. I was tired for not sleeping. And I ended up passing out because I had not slept yet in a while. So I just kind of collapsed. And that's what happened. I missed last night for a VR chat. But it will be happening tonight because I slept a long time till this morning. So yeah, tonight will definitely be happening. Most definitely VR chat tonight. Yes. Yes. VR chat will be happening tonight. Turn the music down just a little bit. Because for some reason there's a difference between how loud I can have music when I'm in VR and how loud I can have music when I'm not in VR and I'm just at my desk with my fancy little microphone and streaming games and art. Okay. Let me open up Photoshop. I got my usual popcorn. I actually used a different popcorn had been eaten before. It was old Barnes something style popcorn and such. This is our Amish Farms Rainbow Mix popcorn. It is very good with butter. It was very good. Very good popcorn. And I got myself some Irish breakfast tea, even though it's the afternoon. I drink breakfast teas in the afternoon. Sue me, but don't sue me. Okay. There we go. That's up and running. That is now up and running. Whoa. Popcorn? No. Alright. I'm munching on my popcorn here. Munch on popcorn. I'm gonna continue doing commission business whatnot stuff here with this room. Let's see here. Let me turn that on. Let's see here. Okay, that's already. I'm sorry, I don't know how I want to progress with this with the workflow. I could shade out, like fully develop the room itself first and then move on to each of the individual parts. Or I can do the base coloring of each part and then move on from there. You know, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just do the base coloring of each part, and then I'll move on from there. And turn the sketch off. if anyone's confused as to why I'm doing gray business stuff first and all, it's because when I actually go to paint, I can select the areas to load the selection of the layer of which I'm painting this on, so that I just paint in that area that's loaded and not in anything else. Geniosity at its finest. At its finest. Yes. So, Mark uploaded a video kind of earlier than usual, I think, today. If anyone saw it, or if you haven't seen it, you need to go watch it. Yes, it's funny. It's literally just Mark just going through all how many 898, all 898 of the Pokemon that exist in the Pokemon world as of the date of whatever website thing that he was going to, and doing the Smash or Pass game with him. And it's like, all right, that's that. I'm not giving any explanation. Now bye. It's yeah. It is pretty funny. I think, at least, it's pretty funny. Because it's just like, huh, okay. And it doesn't even have like an intro. It's just straight into it. It is just straight into it. Which... makes it even better. The fact that there's no intro, no explanation, no anything, he just goes right into it and then he ends it, is just really funny. And it's just classic him. It is literally classic him. Like I said, if you haven't seen it, you should go watch it. It's kind of fun. It's pretty funny. And I'm not 100% up to date on quote unquote VTuber news and news related to VTuberness, but apparently I haven't watched False's video, latest video for news business stuff, but apparently actually go like that. Apparently one of Hololive's talents got revealed that she's in a relationship, right, of some kind. She's in a relationship of some kind, right? Or something like that. And I don't know the full story because I need to watch False's video about it. But apparently everyone's up in a big uproar about it or something like that because of from my understanding, Asian idol practices or whatever, of where a quote-unquote idol a quote-unquote idol is not allowed to be in a relationship or something like that. And then, like, some kind of pandering or whatever that Hololive has implemented and advertised or something to some degree or other, that or just advertising to unsocialistic, lonely men or something like that, to get money out of them, leading them to think that, oh, I pay $1,000, I can get a date with X talent or something like that, which is weird. To me, that's just a weird thought process to me. It's like, yes, I'm gonna give money to date this this person that's represented by a anime avatar by giving money. If I give enough money, I can go on a date with this person that's being represented by an anime avatar. But also, I think that's just been the case of the internet in general for a long time. I mean, that's what OnlyFans is. Honestly, that's what OnlyFans is, right? So this kind of thing has been around on the internet for a long time. I mean, it's like specifically targeting female streamers and such, and that's why, or just females on the internet in general. And that's why 9 times out of 10 females do better than men when it comes to anything on the internet. Because the internet is just filled with a bunch of men who are bored and lonely and have nothing better to do with their time or money. And you don't have the same demographic. Yeah, you don't have the same demographic when it comes to men on the internet doing streaming videos, all that kind of stuff. Just the men's side of things for the internet. You don't have that whole demographic amongst females. You don't have the unsocialistic, desperate, lonely females and such that have nothing better to do with their time or money than dump it on some man saying, "Hi, date me." Maybe as an outlier in some rare cases, there might be that that might exist, but it would otherwise be an outlier and as a statistic or a rarity. So yeah, it's interesting. I mean, if you look at it, that's why the Shy Lily person, why she has oh, it's YouTube doing the thing that no, that was weird. That's why Shy Lily, that's why she's blown up in the way that she's blown up. Because she's pandering to a bunch of really horny men, basically. Like I've described her before, she's Veve 2.0. Nothing against her, but she's Veve 2.0. And honestly, Veve sounds like she's, well, yes. I'll leave it there. I will leave it there. let you fill in the gaps. It's very interesting. It's a weird culture-esque thing. It's a weird cultural thing, I guess. The internet has its own cultural and societal developments and rules and all that kind of stuff, which contradict those that are in everyday real life society that you walk amongst and such. It's if you look at just social psychology viewpoint and such, all of it is just honestly very, very interesting, and it seemingly like contradicts everything, right? But then again, like the internet is just this place in a general sense where anything and everything can exist as anything or something else, you know, it doesn't matter what it is. Like you can, I mean, there's a whole sense just the sheer fact that the internet has created the view sense of anonymity and such, that create a space for that where that's possible and such, where in normal everyday society anonymity is not possible. That's not a concept that can exist within the real life, because you have to exist as yourself, whoever and whatever you are, within a society, and that's just how you are in that society. But within the internet, it's a fictitious place that only exists within the ever-expanding world of computers. And so you can fabricate anything and everything, and with that fabrication, with that infinite availability of fabrication comes a lot of things. There comes a lot of things. There's many different documentaries out there on YouTube and on like the Discovery Channel and other places, you know, other news or other cable networks and such. There's lots of different documentaries out there on kind of like this very thing. And I suggest that everyone who partakes in the cultural exchange of internet society to go watch those documentaries, because they're very interesting. They are very interesting, and it kind of if you weren't aware of things before, it makes you aware of some different ideas, and it kind of like really makes you question some things. It's like, huh. It's like, okay. So that's why people are. Because within the real life of societies and such, when you interact with people physically in the real world, there's a standard that is applied across everything, no matter which culture you go to or which society you exist in. There are standards that exist, and you must apply yourself to those standards, or apply those standards to yourself. It goes both ways. And so people have, based on how they exist and what environment they existed in within that society and such, how they've grown up, what they've experienced and such, people develop very interesting character traits and personalities and such, and people can develop all kinds of stuff and all. And with the standards of which a society is built upon, some characteristics might go against, those standards and such, at least of that culture and that society. And so if you were to display such characteristics, you would be shunned by said society and culture for whatever it is that you may inherit or think is right. Which oftentimes is like dark things that that just are not right. that are not right. They're very wrong and they shouldn't exist, but then they get harbored and developed within a person, and certain pressures of various things, whatever they may be, get harbored and buried in where they fester, and then eventually, when given a place where such harbored ideas and feelings, whatever they may or may not be, can be freely expressed without going against standards of society, those things get expressed at a hyperbolic level, basically, which the internet provides. the internet you don't have to be you on the internet. You can be whoever the bloody heck you want to be, or nobody because of anonymity. You can be absolutely nobody existing on the internet, and because of that, those harbored things get expressed in a hyperbolic way, and things get way out of hand on all sorts of different levels for just about everything when it comes when it gets displayed on the internet or in this culture that has been created through computers. It's a very interesting idea and everything. It's just like, what in the... you look at a lot of this stuff and it's like, that's not normal. That's not normal. That is indeed not normal. And things get out of hand. Which honestly, I think this is an opinion of mine. Granted, a lot of the stuff that I say are opinionated, so everyone should take that into heed. Take heed of that a lot of the things that I say are my opinion and are opinionated. So hold your tongues, because this is my opinion. I know people can and have and will share different opinions. And that is fine. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion on anything and everything that exists within this whole entire world, both in reality and both on the internet and whatever may or may not exist in everything. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion on everything. Now, whether that opinion is right or not, based on facts and all that kind of stuff, is a whole entire different story. So you may be wrong, but you're entitled to that opinion, of which may or may not be wrong. But anyways, it is my opinion that now, after, gosh, how many years has the internet existed for now? What was it, 1980 or something like that the internet was created? Well, alright, I gotta look this up now. When was the internet created? When was the internet created? 1983! Alright, I was right. 1980. Well, not. I said 1980s, 1980, but it's 1983. Alright. How I knew that off the top of my head, I don't know. Go figure. But yes, okay, so January 1st, 1983. Alright. So in the, actually what, 40 years, basically 40 years, 4 decades of the internet. After 4 decades of the internet, existing and growing as an entity, things have gone out of the hand, especially with the ever-evolving development of technology in general and computers and how we interact with technology and what we can do with technology, and the whole thing of virtual reality, of us being able to go into the internet physically, basically, on some level or other. With all this development, especially within probably the last 5 years, I would say, or I'd say the last decade, the last 10 years, the availability of the internet and the level of which we can interact with it through computers and such it is my opinion that the culture and such that has been developed specifically inside the world of the internet is now leaking out into the real world. And now there is a huge, and when I say huge, I mean enormous cultural shift throughout all of society, no matter where you are, Japan, Korea, Russia, America, Brazil, because each society has its own culture and such. That it is different from each and every place. The culture of America is different from the culture of Russia, which is different than the culture of Brazil, which is different than the culture of Japan. And even the culture of Korea is different than the culture of Japan, even though they are in some degrees vastly similar. There's a lot of differences between the two cultures and such within their society that they have built. They're the civilization of, Korea, Japan, Russia, and so on and so forth. But there is a huge cultural shift where the standards and such has been developed in these societies with the culture and such of which it is that has existed for, hundreds of years, especially over in Europe, America, a couple hundred years. What has been defined as standards for real life cultural standards is now changing, is now being pushed away and changed to that of what the internet has developed. And so now real life is having to try and adapt to the reality of the internet and the availability of anonymity and all that kind of stuff, which is not possible in the real life. And thus you have a lot of conflict of stuff and such that you're trying to force something that can't exist in the real life from something that is fictitious. And that right there, I think, is where a lot of problems are coming from. A lot of problems are coming from. I'm not gonna say which and what and other things and all. I'm not gonna get into specifics, but yeah, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. But a lot of problems are coming from that. Because the boundary that separates real life from the internet and quote-unquote virtual reality has been slowly, but I think especially in the last 5 years, has sped up immensely. That boundary is starting to decay, to break. And we're now seeing the results of that across in societies across the world. It's an interesting thought. Is a very interesting thought. Now, you can be of the opinion that the boundary being broken is a good thing, and you can be of the opinion that the boundary being broken is a bad thing. But one or the other, whichever it is, right now things are going all chaos and such in multiple different ways because of this. Now, will it be a good thing in the future? Who knows? But right now it's chaos, so it's very interesting. And the you know, the whole talk and creation of like a metaverse, which I mean, it already exists. The metaverse already exists to one degree or another. I'm gonna drink some of my tea here. Well, it's still to some degree warm. I always forget about my tea. I always forget about my tea, and then it gets cold, and it's like, oh gosh, cold tea. Depending on what tea it is, it's still pretty good. Tea. I already finished my popcorn a while ago. Metaverse has existed for a while now, honestly. Zuckerberg talking about creating the metaverse, at least his metaverse, is a bunch of hoopla because it already exists. And the idea of a metaverse being more of a physical thing is very weird. Honestly, to me, honestly, it's a very weird conundrum because basically, honestly, the day that the metaverse becomes a fully fledged physical entity of which we can walk in and out of and interact with it as a normal day society and such, with all sorts of things of which you could do in any other place and such, jobs, any type of economy with stuff, all, you know, everything that comes with the whole vision of a metaverse. The day that that becomes a physical entity is the day that the definition of what a society is as a whole gets changed forever. And is the day that the boundary between fictitious creations brought about by the internet and what real life is will be completely blurred, and there will be no boundary, and all that stuff will be gone. because the whole idea of the metaverse is being able to act out a life as any other within a metaverse that also influences and affects the real life. You know, there's economies and such of which you can do stuff in the metaverse that, you know, say you have a certain job within a metaverse and such, and you generate some type of income that can be spent on stuff within the metaverse to get certain items and such, but then also that economic tradable item, whatever it is, can be used as currency or whatever, can also be used to buy things in to influence the economy of real life. So it's interesting. There are people who are smarter than me and people who have, you know, actually study this kind of stuff for a living, that have documentaries out there. And don't just listen to me and my ramblings of my opinions. Go watch those documentaries. They're out there. They are out there. Trust me. Some of them get pretty weird. some of the documentaries get pretty weird when because they do like real full-on deep dive of this kind of stuff, like really deep dive, and it's something else. Honestly, it's weird. It's weird. It's just weird. I honestly, like me myself, honestly want to keep. I want to keep a solid barrier between fiction or fiction or non-reality in reality. Let them stay the two separate things. Let us not blend the two. Because we're seeing what's happening when you blend the two. That a lot of the problems that are, of my opinion, that's my opinion, that a lot of the problems that we're seeing across not any one specific country, but of all of them, we're seeing the problems. We're seeing what happens with a lot of problems rearing their head when you try to blend the two together. It's not pretty. And I think probably the reason why there's a lot of problems is because there is conflict of how to have both the fictitious creations within the virtual reality of internet and such, how to combine or properly have that interact with reality. And the standards created across societies across the world. Because the internet breaks standards. Because it is one ginormous societal area of culture. Because it's one huge melting pot. Because you have everyone across the whole entire world committing creations of any and everything into this. So it's an influence of multiple different cultures. And so there is no real standard because it's, hundreds of different cultures trying to coexist within one fictitious place. And so the standards that exist in one person's culture conflict against the standards in another person's culture. And so that's where you have, within the internet, just a general breakdown of standards in general. Because no one can agree on it. It's why a world government would not work, right? One government that administrates the whole entire world. It's why that doesn't work, because you can't really come up. You'd have to try and agree on one society, one culture, and one set of standards to rule the world. Rule the life of which that government administrates, right? And that's what the internet tries to do. There are no standards, and there can't be, because no one can agree on what those standards should be. So you have multiple different conflicts of interests, right? So So since no one can agree on one set of standards to rule life within the internet, everyone has agreed to disagree on any agreement and just throw out standards altogether. And so you have all the weird, bizarre stuff that is created and exists within the internet. And that's why that's where certain actions and activities and ideas and thoughts become very hyperbolic, because there's no standards of which to say, oh, I'm being a little extreme. With the internet, you can be as extreme as possible, and there's no standards to say, hey, you're being extreme, or say otherwise, of which, oh, maybe I should come down a little bit from this, right? And that creates problems. That creates lots of problems. Problems that we're just now seeing, and I think beginning to understand. And honestly, I think the lockdowns of the pandemic that happened across the world is what opened the door for this huge cultural shift, because everyone was stuck with themselves inside a house or apartment with nothing to do except exist on the internet. And everyone has been living not in reality, but in the reality, not our reality, the real world, but the reality of the internet. And now that a lot of countries have removed their lockdowns, or at least loosened them up, or who knows, every country has been doing different things and such. But now that countries are doing what they're doing and such, and people in a lot of places, people are allowed to live their life in what reality is again, they're bringing the hyperbolic nature of the internet to the real world, because that's what they've been living for the last couple of years. And because of that, it's creating a lot of problems. And sociologists and people who study societies and cultures and psychology and all that kind of stuff are going to look back at all of this, and there's going to be a lot of interesting studies and kind of revelations that have come from all of this. It's going to be very interesting to see the documentaries that come out of what has and is happening and such. on a societal level and on a personal psychological level. We are definitely living in interesting times. Very, very, very interesting times. And the ramifications of everything that's happening and all that stuff are not going to be realized until much later. And when I say much later, I mean much later. Like, it's probably going to be a decade and a half before we get to realize the ramifications of everything that is and has happened. And the influence it will have on the future. Excuse me. Oh. I was like, wait, what? I want to sound like the start of it's not Funimation, it's one of the companies behind Spice and Wolf. That played that thing that plays at the beginning of Spice and Wolf and some other animes. I was like, wait a second, what? Did Spice and Wolf all of a sudden decide to start playing? Because I have a tab open for that anime that I was watching it, picked it up to watch through it again, but for whatever reason, I haven't gotten a moment to sit down and just continue watching it through from where I left off. That looks interesting. I'll have to see what that is all about later. Oh, my back. But anyways, I'll get off the whole discussion of whatever you would call it. I don't even know what you would call that discussion of society. I don't know. I'll get off of that for now. For now, at least. And this all started with talking about some VTuber having from Hololive having a relationship with someone. It's amazing how one thing turns into another thing with when it comes to just general progression of conversation. You start just a flow of ideas and where they may or may not go to. But I like those kind of conversations and talk and such, because they're very interesting. That kind of conversation, or just that whole realm of discussion, not even just about society, but just science or anything. Just very interesting. I like those kind of things. The things that make you think. I like the things that make you think. Because I like thinking. Thinking is fun. Thinking is nice. I honestly think it's important to learn, to always be learning. You know, the whole saying is like, oh, you learn something new every day. Yeah, I think that's important. I honestly think that's important. I don't think you should ever stop learning. Because if you stop learning, then, well, you kind of stop existing. Because you get stuck in one place. Which is not good. It's honestly not good. So you should always be learning. And it doesn't even have to, learning something, it doesn't even have to be, academic stuff, oh, I learned that, the moon has, water underneath the crust, not even that kind of learning, just any kind of learning, it can be anything. I mean, honestly, it can be anything. It honestly can be anything. Outside. That's gonna be a layer. I'm getting hot. Holy cow, I am getting hot. I need to take my jacket off. Taking my jacket off. Wherever. There we go. I'm getting hot. Heat, warmth. I've got too much of it. I got too much of it. Okay, and this I can just go. Oh, there we go. Go a little bit more. There we go. So let me go to roomity room. And let me kind of fix this up here. So it's not. exactly straight. It's kind of wavy. It's a little wavy. Just a little wavy. Fix this up. I could do that. I could just do that. Hey, and there we go. Sorry now. That is bit higher. I don't think I need to bring that down. Oh yeah, so I was in the earlier part of today. I was in VR chat doing pre-looking for worlds. Pre-look. So instead of taking time tonight for the late night stream for looking for worlds, instead of taking time tonight, I took the time earlier today to look, and I found quite a few. I actually found quite a few. Found a lot of worlds. I guess yesterday and today, or part of the day before yesterday as well. That time period between now and the last time on VR chat, that time period was the time period for making worlds, apparently, and updating them too. That horror world, what was it, Newborn or whatever I think it was called. That was like an aliens horror world or whatever. It got updated. So that'll be fun to see if there's a continuation of the story or whatever, what you can do, or if it's just like a bug fix or something. Hopefully it wasn't an update just for like a bug fix or whatever. Hopefully there's a continuation. Hopefully there's more you can do now. That'll be nice. It would be nice. And I got I think like I don't know, a couple of quote unquote adventure worlds or something. And there's a lot of other just kind of smaller, interesting looking worlds that I got stored up. So it should be fun, should be cool, should be fun. Oh, you know what I should do? I don't know why I didn't do this. I didn't think about it. That's not in reference. You know what? We're gonna I'm going to Yeah, something around there. Make the rim of this black, and I'll make this like a dark wood, dark brown for the darker wood. Uh-oh. 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 Photoshop is doing a funny. Photoshop is doing funny. Why that is, I do not know. But I think I need to refresh this. Let me refresh it. Let me do a good old save. Doing good old save. Let's save. I think I saved. Yep, it's saved. All right. Close this here and then click that. Could not complete your request because the file could not be found. Excuse me. That's not what I opened. What? Hi, what? Excuse me? Excuse me? What? stress yawning. "100% stress yawning." Oh man. Oh yeah, so I'm just about, well, shouldn't say. I've severely cut down all the music that I'm going through and such. Because I've been going through more. There's been, I never finished going through the music to put onto the stream playlist. I'm still going through it, but there's a whole lot less to go through now than there was. I've gone through a lot of it. I've gone through a whole heck of a lot of it just off stream and such. So now the playlist, the playlist is so big now. The playlist is now now has 2,661 songs in it. Oh man. And I've got a system now where it's like, off stream I'll go through all this other music that I'm going through, and then during stream I'm fine-tuning the playlist. I'm doing re-listens of all the songs and such, and you're like, you know what, I can do without that song. Let me take that out of the playlist. And then sometimes I miss things that got like muted in other streams and such, or things that got covered up by other, that would have otherwise been muted in other streams but got covered up by some other audio or something playing or something happening and whatever. So I'm going through and removing that stuff, finding more of the stuff that would otherwise get muted, removing it. And eventually I'll be done going through music and my playlist will be fully fine-tuned. Oop. I keep forgetting. And it'll be a playlist full of bangers and funny songs, because there's a collection of funny songs in this playlist. Gotta have the funny songs. Can't be without the funny songs. Gotta have the funny songs for the meme, right? For just meme joking purposes and such. Because what kind of a streamer would I be otherwise if I didn't include some sort of quote-unquote memes? Right? Am I right or am I right? I'll have to zoom in later when I actually work on going to really work on these areas and like really zoom in and fine tune stuff to make it more straight at least straight edge. Stretching. My eye. Oh, something's in my eye. My eye's burning. My right eye's burning. Hello, help. Eye. Hello. Okay, there we go. Sort of. Nope. It's worse. My eye. Oh, good lord. Oh, my eye. Okay. Oh, dude. I'm gonna drink the rest of my tea. As my eye suffers. Oh my gosh. My eye. Why? My eye. Why? Are you? Oh, what is happening? Man, anything that could happen is like happening this stream. What is? Whoa, my eye. Oh, goodness. Okay, I think it's better now. I think. Oh, geez. Oh, jeez, my eye. Ho. Woo. Woo, my eye. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, let me take this black. I just now thought of this. Let me take this black and... Nah, it's about like right there. This is the window thing. The window thing. Yeah. Okay. um. Alright, let's see. Gonna do another layer for the painting up there. Painting. Okay. Yeah, something like that. Right. There's that. You know what? I'll do a layer. Do the lamp on a separate layer. Put it. Let me see. It's yeah, let me just put it here. Lamp. Yes. Lampers. Lamp. Okay. Turn the sketch back on and do. Select the gray. And here I come over here to paint this. Dun, 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 dun. What is this? Xenoblade. Xenoblade Chronicles. You know, I've said this, but I've never played a single Xenoblade game. I don't even know what Xenoblade is about. Do not even know what it is about. I just know it's a Nintendo game and that's it. And that's it. That is all I know. Do I have any intentions or wanting to play Xenoblade? Nope. Not really. But maybe if I actually saw like one world the game was about, then maybe my opinion would change, but I'm not interested in it. Music. Music. Raise too much. Let's see. You know, one, I'm just now thinking of this. This reminds me of music by, oh gosh, what's his name? I can't think of his name now. What happened to this here? What? The heck happened to this? What? That's weird. He did music for I can't remember if it's a Japanese movie or a Korean movie, but Hanabi and some other things. Hanabi movie composer. Put too many N's in there. Oh, it's B-I. It's B-I, not just B. B-I, right? Yee. Joe Hisashi. Reminds me of the music that he's made from Hanabi. I wonder if that would get copyrighted. Oh yeah, he also did Howl's Moving Castle, Spirited Away, Castle in the Sky. Yeah, I did the music for all of that. He is a fantastic composer. He is a amazing composer. I love his music. You know, I'll go look. I'll see if I can find a playlist of all some of the, especially the music from the movie Hanabi. I'll see if I can find a playlist of it and stick it into my stream playlist and see if it gets muted or not. If it's DMCA. If it doesn't, then that would be amazing. Because I love that music. It's so good. It's really good music. He's such a good composer. I love his music. It's the music he's done for the various movies and such as. It's so good. Oh, I didn't know his. So, all right. So his real name is Mamoru Fujisawa, known professionally as Joe Hisashi. He's a Japanese composer and music director known for over 100 film scores and solo albums dating back to 1981. Hisashi is also known for his piano scores. Oh, you saw that. That's good. Available on YouTube, Spotify, and YouTube Music. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Piano Stories Best 88 to 08. Metaphony Dream Song is Central Judge Hashi. Works 1, Works 2, Orchestra Nights. Auxiliary Surface 1, Piano Stories 2, Sonic Suite. Princess Mononoke. Piano Stories 3. Shoot the Violist. Encore on Tube A, Wish to the Moon. Nausea Valley. Freedom Piano Stories Works 3. Minimal Rhythm. Another Piano Stories End of the World. Minimal Rhythm 2. Minimal Rhythm 3. Minimal Rhythm 4. Songs of Essential Jones actually Volume 2. I won't say anything about Hanabi. I'll have to specifically look that up. Look that up later, but not now. Anyways. Weird. Weird. Huh. Huh. What? Interesting. Very, very interesting and weird. I don't understand. Huh. Really? I really don't understand. Nothing any of you guys should be worried about. Just observing something. Just observing something very, something very interesting that I'm observing. I don't know. I'm confused about some things. Painting. Let me get back to actually painting. Enough distractions. Let me actually paint. I'm just... I don't know, confused about some things, I guess. I guess I'm confused about some things. Some things don't make the most of sense. Which is fine. it's fine. Guess it kind of deals with stuff I was talking about earlier. Kind of deals with stuff I was talking about earlier. Not fully, not really, but observing some really interesting things. But I want to say really, just don't. I don't fully understand. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But it's fine. It is fine. Ow. It is ow. Oh, fine. Oh, jeez. Knocked my mic. Getting my mic arm soon. It's, the day is set to come, Tuesday. So on the tracking thing, it's said to come Tuesday, so that'll be good. That'll be cool. Be fun if it comes sooner. Like if it came tomorrow. If it came tomorrow, that'd be really cool. I'd love it if it came tomorrow. It's gonna be really nice when I get that, when the mic arm comes and I set that up. It's gonna be very nice. Let me do bookshelf. Let me make the bookshelf reference. It's kind of like the same color, except it's redder. Except it's redder. So actually, let me bring this more into the red and do this number. May need to clean up some of the lines here. E. Something like this. Just make this bigger. Can't tell if the top needs to come in more or one. I can't actually tell. Let's see here. The feast that is called dinner has just heralded me away. Didn't really get as much done as I was probably wanting to get done in this stream, but I mean, 2 hours basically. What can you do on something this complex in 2 hours? I just want to work a little bit more. Let's see. Before I go, just do a little bit more. Can't do too much more because I really need to. I am hungry and I do need to go eat dinner and such. As short of an art stream as this was, which is really due to me starting late. I know it's starting late, that's my fault. Because I was got a little too distracted by looking for worlds and VR chat to go through for the late night stream. Got just a little bit too distracted with that. And so ended up starting late because of that. But I did find a lot of good, I found a lot of good worlds. Like I actually found, or well, I don't know if they're good worlds or not, but I found a lot of worlds. I found a lot of worlds, so. Tonight should be fun. Tonight should be really fun. So if art is not your thing, then you should come to a late night stream to watch a whole bunch of shenanigans happen and all that good stuff. Because the late night streams are where the real shenanigans happen. And when I say shenanigans, I mean shenanigans. All sort of chaos. All chaos just breaks loose, basically, on the late night streams. Anything and everything that can happen is bound to happen. During the late night streams. So you should totally come join. There is no time set for late night streams because they're just late night stream. That's all I can give you. I have no time for it. It's just the late night streams happen when they happen. It's like I set some type of schedule for just when I am doing streams and the kind of streams I'm doing, more or less. And the only one that has any type of time associated with it is the art streams. Everything else is still left up in the air for complete chaos and serendipity. Serendipity and spontaneity. I'll say words eventually. Alright. Let me save this. Save. Alright. Slowly making progress, but gonna make progress on this. Once everything's kind of done being blocked off, blocked off with color and all that kind of stuff, then that's when it's really gonna shoot forward and it's gonna like just pop out at yeah, you're gonna go, whoa! Where did all this come from? It's just gonna pop into existence and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be cool. Anyways, rating? Question mark. Raids, ratings. Nope. Nah, no raids, no rating. Alright. Well, you know what that means if I'm not... Actually, I'm not pausing. I don't know why I was wanting to pause the music. Everything's sort of outsourced from the string. Anyways, you know what happens when I don't raid anyone? You get sent to the void. Waha. So, look for me when you see me. Be sure to join for late night stream for streaming. Yeah, look for me when you see me, and now be heralded off to the void, and death befall you now. Wah!